Please be seated. We continue our service on page 142 with the words of Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Melech Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ochem Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
As we prepare to light our Sabbath candles, one thing we like to do is to bring light into the world by sharing nice things that may have happened to you this past week. So maybe it was a birthday, an anniversary, a graduation. If you're celebrating any of those things, big or small, we invite you to put them in the chat box so we can celebrate that and bring light into our community by sharing some of those things with all of us. And so, and I also ask you to, if you have candles around, that if you want to light your candles, we'll light those in just a moment as well. So please share if you have anything big or small, something with our community, and we are going to turn to page 120 for our candle lighting. So a couple of things that brought light to this world this past week. Lisa Morgenthal finished her freshman year. Mazel tov on that. Steve Barkan, their grandson Abe turned 12 tomorrow. Happy birthday to him. James Prosnett, I think I know him. Our children and grandchildren have been visiting. Oh, that's nice. I think I'm right around the corner here. Amy Meshis ran 5 miles in 45 minutes. That is wonderful. Brett Harris shared with us that Alicia finished her freshman year at Binghamton. Ed Lerner said that his great niece graduated from high school and got accepted to UNC Chapel Hill. and a birthday. That was last week as well, so for me. So a lot of nice, joyous things, and so we continue to add the sweetness to this week by raising our Kiddush cups. And we have a couple more coming in, which is always good. Micah Kroloff turned 60, and Steve Barkin were at the shore and got to look at the ocean this week. That is wonderful as well.
Rabbi Krasnett, your mother had a birthday. You forgot that.
Oh, I had a birthday.
You had a birthday.
I did have a birthday, you're right. So it was a nice celebration. So we raise our Kiddush cups. We turn to page 123. I invite you to rise if you're able.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, b'shabbat kodsho, be'ahava uvratzon, hinchilanu, zikaron, lema'aseh bereshit, ki hu yom techila, lemikra'e kodesh, zecher litziat Mitzrayim, kivanu v'chata, ve'otanu kidashta, kol ha'amim, Shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'b'ratzon hinchatanu, Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
Please be seated. Page 144.
Yitkada v'yitkada shmei Rabbah.
Amen.
Olema divrach chirotei, v'yomech malchotei, v'chayechon u'vyomechon, u'v'chayit chol beit Yisrael. Ba'gala, ba'gala, u'bizman karif, v'immeru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach, le'olam l'ol me'ol maya, yitbarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach, yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei dekudisha, richu le'ela, min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma, v'immeru. Amen.
We read together on page 145 on the next page. Teach me, O God, a blessing of prayer, on the mystery of a withered leaf, on ripened fruit to fare, on the freedom to see, to sense, to breathe, to know, to hope, to despair. Teach my lips a blessing, a hymn of praise at each morning and night. You renew your days. Lest my day be today as the one before, lest routine set my ways. We continue with the Baruch Hu. Please rise.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach La'olam Ba'ed.
We will share the words of Ma'ariv Aravim, page 148. Baruch Ata Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chokhmah poteach sha'arim, u'bitbuna meshaneh itim, u'macharif et hazmanim, u'mesader et hachochavim, b'mishroteim barakir kirtzono, Barei yom v'layla, go'el or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, u'ma'avir yom uvin layla, u'ma'avdil ben yom uvein layla, Adonai tzefa'ot shemo, El chai v'chayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch ata Adonai, ha'mariv aravim.
Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto La'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בהם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך, ובשעריך, למען תזכרו, ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני, אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני, Adonai Elohechem emet.
Adonai Elohechem emet. On page 157, we read together. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught. Ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there, except by joining hands, marching together.
Yum bye bye bim bim bum, yabba bye bye bim bum. Yum bye bye bim bim bum, yabba bye bye bim bum. I die da die die die, yabba bye bye bim bum. I die da die die die, yabba bye bye bim bum. Lihi chamocha, baili Madonai. Lihi kamocha, nehedar bakodesh. Norati lot, oh sefela. Norati lot, oh sefela. Nahale chutecha, rahu vanecha, bokei hayam, livnei Moshe. Ze'eli, anu ve'yameru, Adonai imloch leholam ba'ed. Yam bye bye bim bim bam, yabba bye bye bim bam. Yam bye bye bim bim bam, yabba bye bye bim bam. I die da die die die, yabba bye bye bim bam. I die da die die die, yabba bye bye bim bam.
We turn to page 160. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomrenu l'chaim, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, v'tekenu be'etzah tova milfanecha, v'hoshienu l'ma'an shemecha. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace, and raise us up our guardian to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel, for your name's sake be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming to life and peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, over Jerusalem. Baruch atah Adonai, haparei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. A song for Shabbat, page 162. We turn to the words of the Amidah, page 164. Please rise.
Adonai sifatatitach ufi agiti latecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Bekonei Hakol, V'zocher Chastei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah.
Source of all life, daily your Jewish children praise you and your mighty deeds. We call you Matir Asurim, the one who releases the imprisoned. Someach Noflim, the one who lifts up the fallen. Rofei HaCholim, the one who heals the sick. We trust you keep faith with those who sleep in the dust, and now slumber in the dust of disease, suffering, and loss. We sleep in the valley of the shadow of death. Keep faith, creator of all life, children who are themselves, but ashes and dust cry out in praise of life. But our voices are muffled by masks. Do you hear? Keep faith. Many among us are sick. Many among us are imprisoned. Many have fallen into poverty, destitution, and despair. Keep faith in you. Keep faith in us. Our Gevurot, our mighty deeds. Let us lift up the fallen. Let us free the captive. Let us heal the sick. And when we cannot, let us keep faith. Where there is death, let us praise life. Rav Lehoshia, mighty is your salvation, is our salvation. Source of all life, daily your Jewish children praise you and your Gevurot, mighty deeds, and say, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaMetim. Blessed are you, O God. Bring life even when there is death. And together we say, Amen.
Amen.
We continue with the Kedusha on page 168.
Akta kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yehallelu chasela. Baruch atah Adonai, El HaKadosh.
Please be seated. Our prayers turn to the Shalom Rav on page 178.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Haolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha,
We take the next few moments of silent meditation, of personal prayer, prayers of our hearts, prayers of our soul, prayers of our longing. We turn to page 371. During our silent prayers, we may have a friend. Our community thinks of Zalman Bendina, Gabby Kraft Buckman, Susan Klein, Summer Curder, Susan Robb, Linda Rabino, Arlene Furman, David Bregman, Neil Silverman, Linda Fleischer, Bernice Weinstein, Jeffrey Carlin, Jeremy Canterman, Mike Condone, Larry Maslow, Mason Rockmore, Martin Ostroff, Don Hirsch, Ruth Yosef Umiriam, Pearl Weitzman, Phil Toscano, Aaron Taylor, Lenny Silverman, Rochelle Spurgel, Martin Spurgel, Mike Blumenfeld, Samsai Billamy, Clyde Brown, Marsha Brown, Meir Giddle, Marissa Fisher, Perry Shellman, Susan Schneider, Kathleen Murphy, Sharon Neese, Rabbi Rob Nessenchuk, Emily Tucker, Judith Marks, Andy Sikaros Diori, Barry Sakowitz. If you are thinking of someone as well during this time, I invite you to say their name, write their names in the chat box. Yishaberach, Avotenu v'imotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel v'Leah, Hu Yivarech et HaCholim. And we add to our list Jane Morvowitz, Bill Berger, Bruce Shanoff, David Fleischman, Abe and Carol Beefman, Steve Wasser, Allison Tischler. And we say, may the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion, for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit. And let us say, Amen.
Amen. As I take my walks every day, I listen to a lot of music. And there's a beautiful song that I sang last week in place of Misha Berach by Nefesh Mountain called Adonai Heal Us. And I play it over and over and over again to help my body keep strong, to keep my faith strong, and to pray for all of you and for my family as well. You have it on your screen, so please join me. Adonai, heal us. Adonai, heal us. Adonai, heal us. Please heal us. Adonai, Adonai, love me. Adonai, love me. Adonai, love me. And all of you, please love me. Adonai, inspire us. Adonai, inspire us. Adonai, inspire us. Please inspire us. Adonai, Adonai, guide us. Adonai, guide us. Adonai, guide us. Please guide us. Adonai, hold me. Adonai, hold me. Adonai, hold me. Adonai, hold me. Please hold me. Adonai, and heal us. Adonai, heal us. Adonai, heal us. Adonai, please heal us. Please heal us. Adonai.
We also add prayers of healing for Phyllis Newhan, Augie Wisner, Seth Chase, Howard Stern, and Toby Burke. We turn to page 376 and offer a prayer for our congregation and for our country. I can't control when my neighbor mows the lawn, so I moved inside. And we will share these words for our congregation together. Source of all being, may the children of this community learn these passions from us. Love of Torah, devotion in prayer, and support of the needy. May we guide with integrity, and may our leadership be in your service. May those who teach and nourish us be blessed with satisfaction. And may we appreciate their time and their devotion. Bless us with the fruits of wisdom and understanding, and may our efforts bring fulfillment and joy. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otecha levadecha, bir'ah na'avod. A prayer for our country. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in the defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirits. And let us say, Amen. And on page 377, a prayer for the state of Israel. Avinu Shabbat Sor Yisrael v'go'alo, Barech et Midinat Yisrael, Reshit Smichat Ge'ulatenu. O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. And together we say, Amen. And so this is the anniversary of my bar mitzvah, but I promise that I will not read my speech for my bar mitzvah to all of you. I am in Connecticut just visiting my parents, and they've been making me actually clean my room, which is a good time to clean my room. And I've actually, I found the speech that my mom gave me at my bar mitzvah, as well as the speech that I gave. And I don't think I would have gone into rabbinical school with that speech. But if anyone ever wants to read it, I'm sure I'm happy to share it with all of you. So over the past couple of months, many people have been talking about the silver linings of the COVID-19 pandemic. For some, it has been easier to see these bright spots. Some of the silver linings I've heard have been the opportunity to spend more time with family and have game nights and dinners together. The chance to reconnect with friends that you may have not spoken to in a long time. And more time to perhaps read, try out a new hobby, or for my parents' sake, clean the closet they always wanted to go through. One silver lining reported has been the environmental impact of COVID-19. We've heard of cleaner waterways in Venice, clear views of Los Angeles, and improved air quality throughout the world. According to researchers from Columbia University, national carbon monoxide emissions released mainly from vehicles have fallen by around 50% since mid-February. And traffic levels in New York City are estimated to be down 35% compared to a year ago, contributing to a solid drop in methane emissions and a 5 to 10% drop in carbon dioxide over the city. We've always known that our actions impact our environment. And while the air and water are cleaner, the silver lining for me of this pandemic is that it solidifies to us that we have the power to make changes so that our world is protected for future generations. That we can track our own actions regarding climate change, and we have the opportunity to slow it. In this week's Torah portion, Bahar, we are also reminded of our environmental ethics, that we are tillers and tenders of the planet, and the land is given to us as time is given to us by God. Its cycles are not ours to control, but to respect. We read about the Shemitah commandment, that every 7 years we must give the land a Sabbath, a year of rest. It is a time for the land to replenish itself, just as we replenish ourselves during Shabbat. This is a concept of reverence for land and time, a role and responsibility within a natural, interconnected system that recognizes a human need for work and for rest, and of spiritual connection with the land. The changes that we've had to make because of COVID-19, as well as this week's Torah portion, as well as the beautiful day outside, is a good chance, a good reminder of our voice when it comes to good environmental policy, and a good time for us to be reminded of our own behaviors at home and at our temple. We can do more to make sure that our world is here for future generations. Our Tikkun Olam committee has created a program called Shomrei Adama, Guardians of the Earth, as a way to think about how each of our actions can affect our planet, and also how small changes in our daily life can improve the health of our world. While the Tikkun Olam committee's plans have changed because of this pandemic, we still have been focusing on eating less meat, reusing and recycling, conserving water, and next month we will be hosting trainings and strategies on composting. We have over 100 temple families committed to thinking about their own actions and who have signed up for the Shomrei Adama pledge, the Guardian of the Earth's pledge. We hope you will take this pledge as well. There is a clear Jewish value that no action is insignificant if it is for the good. Good small works can create consciousness. The Jewish way to social justice bids us to let our people and our society know that in a world created by God and inhabited by humanity, made in God's image, refraining from littering, or doing a better job of recycling, or trying out composting is an act of sanctification of God's name. There's a famous Talmudic story of two men in a rowboat. One suddenly starts to bore a hole in the bottom of the boat. When challenged by the other man, the man drilling the hole angrily retorts, "This is none of your business. I'm boring the hole under my seat." Sadly, that seems to be the view too prevalent in our world. Parshat Bahar, this spring evening, and the changes in our world today is a good reminder that we are in this together, and as in the voice of the ancient psalmist, that the earth is God's, and we are very temporary residents. Shabbat Shalom. We continue our service on page 586 with the words of Aleinu. I invite you to rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Please be seated, page 591. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Before we turn to the words of Mourner's Kaddish, Brett Harris reminded me that we forgot to count the Omer. So I will count the Omer. And it's okay, actually, if you forget to count the Omer, you count the following days. Supposedly, you're supposed to do it without the blessing, but we as Reform Jews can do it with the blessing as well. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sefirat ha'omer. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, King of the universe, who has sanctified us with God's commandments and commanded us concerning the counting of the Omer. Today is the 37th day, which is 5 weeks and 2 days of the Omer. Hayom shvi'ah u'shishim yom shehem, hamisha shavuot u'shnei yamim le'omer. Thank you, Brett, for the reminder. It's always good to have someone counting with us, and always good to count on you, Brett, for the to make sure that I am on target. We turn to the words of Mourner's Kaddish. It is a fearful thing to love what death can touch, a fearful thing to love, hope, dream, to be, and oh, to lose. A thing for fools this, and a holy thing to love. For your life has lived in me. Your life once lifted me. Your word was a gift to me. To remember this brings a painful joy. 'Tis a human thing, love, a holy thing to love, what death has touched. As we turn to the words of Mourner's Kaddish, we recall the loved ones who have died in the last 30 days. If you are remembering a yard site or a loved one's death, I invite you to put their name in the chat box. We recall members of our temple community and greater community. Eileen Class, mother of Rick Class, Calvin Rapp, husband of Linda Rapp, Irvin Wolk, grandfather of Amy Rollins, Francis M. Anatoli, mother of Lauren Kretschmann, Freddie Pressman, husband of Ronnie Pressman, Julius Grant, father of Linda Feldman, Erwin Rothland, father of Kelly Cohen, Dorothy Golish, mother of David Golish, Irv Winokur, grandfather of Allie Ehrlichman. We remember the yard site, the anniversary of our loved ones' deaths. Peggy Ackerman, Saul Beller, Charlotte Berkowitz, Marsha Blinn, David Block, Diana Brower, Harold Chenbin, Frederick Cohen, Maxine Dixteen, Rose Barber, Aaron Feynman, Stanley Feldman, Rose Fertig, Max Forgash, Mark Forland, Abner Freeland, Herbert Garames, Alan Gold, Sophia Gorn, Helen Gross, Cindy Horn, Abraham Horowitz, Bernard Jacobs, Betty Jacobs, Stanley Jennis, Barbara Kaplan, Alvin Caskill, Estelle Kern, Charles Krenkout, Harry Levy, Michael Lewis, Jerome Linder, Martha Eisenberg Marks, Melvin Marks, Dina Miner, Pauline Milgram, Robert Nelson, Scott Newman, Lowell J. Pizer, Rose Postalnik, Irving Rader, Beatrice Rappaport, Minnie Rybell, Francis Satz, Saul Schmeltner, Michael Schumann, Herbert Scher, Florence Sherman, Laura Silkowitz, Philip Spurn, Samuel Trayman, Molly Wolkoff, Jack Yoselovich. We also add the name Samantha Brofman. We turn to the words of Mourner's Kaddish on page 598. I invite you to rise. Yikada v'yikada shemei Rabbah, v'yamad v'rach v'yutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'agala v'yitzlach harim v'yimru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam amei amaya. Yivarach v'yishtabach v'yifa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei v'kudashah b'richu. Me'ilah mikol berchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Damiram v'yama v'yimru amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Osei shalom b'narmad. Uyasei shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and all who mourn, and comfort the bereaved, as together we say, Amen. Be seated. Before we conclude our service with the words of Adon Olam, just a couple of things that are coming up at Temple Emanu-El. Tomorrow there's Holy Scrollers and our Shabbat morning minyan. Please join us for that. We also have the opportunity on Sunday night to learn about water conservation in Israel. That's organized by the Tikkun Olam Committee, the Shomrei Adamah connections. That's at 7 o'clock on Sunday. On Monday at 11 o'clock, I will be joining Rabbi Kroloff to discuss and share my visions and get a little bit more in depth with my dreams and of Temple Emanu-El and how you can be a part of the future of it as well. I'm excited to be in conversation with Rabbi Kroloff. Tuesday, of course, is Bible class. And Thursday, we have Michael Cohen from the Simon Wiesenthal Center, who will be discussing COVID-19, anti-Semitism in the age of COVID-19. That's at 7:30. You can join us then. And just a couple save the dates for Shabbat coming up. We will have a special Shabbat on May 29th with our confirmation class. We have 34 confirmands that will be leading Shabbat services. We hope you join us as well. And then on June 5th, there'll be a special Shabbat celebrating and honoring Abra Lee, our Youth Learning Engagement Director, and Cantor Michelle Rubel. We hope that you can join us for those as well. As always, if you have any needs or anything that we can do as a community, please let us know. We are here for our congregation, and we would love for you to have everything that you need. If you have any ideas about programs that you would like to lead, please let us know as well. We would love for you to do that. The last thing is that if you signed on, if you're watching the channel for NBC News, I think New York City News, at 5, I think it was like 5:30ish or a little later before services, there was a really nice highlight of our Westfields Fun Club that we organize with refugees, and that how our work has changed from teaching ESL and driving and helping our kids to really a food program. Take a check that out. We'll probably be posting that on our website after Shabbat as well. It's always nice to speak with you. I know we can't be unfortunately together, but always wonderful to see all of your faces. We conclude with the words of Adon Olam, page 625.
Adon Olam, Hashem Eloah, Eterno, Zenivra, Beit Nasa, Bechef Sokol, Azai Melech, Shemo Nikra. Kichlot
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to Mandy Zucker for changing our pages and turning our pages. Thank you for all for being here.
Mandy.
And then we can do a little Shabbat wave to everyone. We'll unmute you all. Mandy will stop sharing our screen and we can see all of your faces. Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Rabbi President,
Happy birthday, Rabbi. Happy birthday. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. I can't get back to Zoom. This way. Okay. Hi, Marilyn.
Carol, Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Susan, hi.
Shabbat Shalom. What happened to Amy? Lost Amy.
Steve and Betty, hi.
Here we go. Jackie.
hi, how are you?
Florida.
Okay.
Steve and Betty, book the trip for 2020.
Hey, Betty. Steve.
Where are they? Back in Western?
Yeah.
They just called it in.
Andy, good job.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Santa Martha is beautiful as always.
God bless you.
Jackie.
Shalom.
Hey, should I hang up?
To all.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom. Hey, safe.
Howard and Sylvia.
Good night, everyone.
Hi, Heidi. Shabbat shalom.
There's my son now.
Sophie.
I don't know how to end this.
Oh, that was Sophie. Where's Sophie?
What's Sophie?
Great, yeah.
Hi, Sophie.
Hi, Sophie's mom and dad.
Heidi and Corey.
Oh, there's Sophie.
Oh, sorry. Here's a Linda.
Hi, Tal, Susan.
Yeah, why do you move it?
Steve and Betty.
Why do you move it?
Corey,
I don't know how to end
that's that
this.
you took your Kiddush cup.
What we're gonna have for the, yeah. All right.
Ethan, tell mom and dad
Oh,
Shabbat
look
shalom.
at the Ackermans. Whoa.
Actually, that's a Kiddush cup from the bar mitzvah and wedding.
Shabbat shalom.
That's very special.
That's very cool.
Okay.
Very cool.
Betty and Steve.
Hello.
How are you?
Shabbat
Hi,
shalom.
Barbara and Jerry.
Sophie.
Unmute yourself, Sophie.
Sophie, I think you got a shout out from your bubby.
She did.
Now she's calling me. Hello?
Shabbat shalom, Miss Charlotte's.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom to you.
She said the youngest person can't unmute herself, she said.
You can't?
No,
Maybe-
so,
She said that the host muted her.
Try to unmute.
So she says Shabbat Shalom, but she can't unmute.
Okay.
Shalom, Charlotte.
Shabbat shalom, Splars.
That must mean
Shabbat
something.
shalom.
Hi, Charlotte. I don't know how to
Hi,
end it.
Charlotte.
Hi, Barbara.
Hi, Simon.
Harvey. Shabbat
Erwin and Vivian.
Now I can unmute myself. Thank you, everyone.
Right.
And,
Hi.
oh my God. Just be well, everybody.
Right.
See you next week.
We'll see you next week. And
Be
see you all, everybody. Shabbat.
Thank you.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Well
shalom.
done, Rabbi.
Always wonderful to leave with you, Canner.
Always.
All right. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. Time for dinner.